There you go. Folks, Turbine Guy here. Getting ready to do our radio show for today. It's all about the green. And a 10-degree day in Minnesota, which is big wind, definitely below zero wind chill. You know, it might sound funny, but 10 degrees really isn't that cold. 0 degrees really isn't that cold because I've been in 60 below myself up in Fargo once, but we had 40 below regularly around here. But when that wind starts blowing, that's when it gets cold. Do you agree, Don?
Yeah. You gotta be wearing plastic when the wind blows.
It's Don. Look, he's getting dressed.
Yeah, I'm cold.
This is what we call live action.
Yeah, watching me get dressed.
Yeah, and there ain't nobody watching here. I'm going to get us watching.
Yeah, that's good. Nobody's watching me dress.
Oh, but people will come back and watch it later. You don't have to worry about that. You will be seen.
I will be.
Okay, so folks, this is what we call expedited preparations for the show. Joe's working his high-tech equipment, getting it ready.
Lift your foot, Joe.
I'm going to do exactly what Don likes. A little live streaming. Get them right up. Turbine Guy.
And it's time for It's All About the Green on this
There we go.
nice and brisk, I should say, Tuesday afternoon. Jay Nygaard with us here, back from wherever he was, and then Don Savitsky also with us. Where were you? Where have you been anyway, Jay? I mean, you've been hiding somewhere or what?
There we go. I was not hiding at all. Here, I got to change my view here. I got us on the YouTube too, but I was down in Florida, and I got to spend 4 days replacing the door on my Chevy truck that my buddy wrecked. And then he just didn't have time to do it. Now, he was proud of himself. He got a door and got it painted, so I'm thankful for that. But I shouldn't have had to be thankful for nothing. I shouldn't have had to spend 4 days of my vacation fixing my truck. But I did that. I replaced the door on the driver's side, and then we got to go to Sanibel Island.
So you're on vacation.
Eventually,
That's a vacation. The nice, warm Florida
I'm down.
air.
Well, we've got a week on
have to do a little bit of
Sanibel.
work, and you don't think that's a vacation.
We had a week on Sanibel, but here, Joe, you gotta get in the picture. See that?
I see that.
There we go.
We'll get over there.
There we go. Anyways, in Sanibel. There we go. Now we're getting you. Oh, now I hit the other one.
That's okay.
You got. I was supposed to be there a week. I didn't get out there till Tuesday, really, and my I had to leave Friday morning early. Because Friday morning, what'd I do, Joe? What'd I do Friday?
I'm not sure what.
I flew back bright and early. Got up at 4 a.m.
Then you went to work.
No,
No?
I went home. I said hi to my kitty cats.
Yeah.
And I petted them up and got them ready.
Yeah, see, that gas
And then
pressure
my
was
son
pretty
and I
high,
hopped
so
in my
would
truck and we
probably-
went down to Iowa to the Iowa Libertarian Convention for the year. And did some filming and
Something's
media
overheating
coverage
something.
down there.
Okay, I'll be there.
They can see that on the Turbine Guy, right? To get
Turbine
all that
Guy
stuff.
YouTube channel.
We're
Absolutely.
going to get Don hooked up here.
He's working on his headphones right
Well,
now.
He's working deals on the telephone. You know,
Well, he's busy.
that's all we do is sit around and play all the time.
Oh, there ain't no
Don is-
playing.
Yep.
He's working all the time.
But hey, if somebody wants to see a Sanibel sunset, who's never seen a Florida beach sunset, look at Don. Don, they're watching you. If someone's seen a Sanibel sunset, never has, I did one. I recorded
Is
one.
that the one without the straw? Nope, that's mine. The other one is.
This is yours, Don.
No, he wants the hot one.
This one?
That's the one.
There you go. We're doing coffee.
All
But-
right, so Don is taking his seat.
Yeah, I do. I have to. I
Alright.
can't think
But-
unless I'm sitting.
I put this camera on this gimbal. You see what I got here, my little setup? And I put it right down by the edge of the waves and did a Sanibel sunset because where we are in the south end of the island, the sun sets over the trees. But it was really neat watching people come and go and all of that. So it was kind of fun doing that.
Yep, it sounds like it was fun.
It was. No, you should watch it. It's nice and relaxing because you can hear the waves and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. You didn't even hear the funnest part of my trip. You know your buddy Bubba?
Yep.
I don't have good things to say right now. He wrecked the truck on the door on my truck, the driver's side door.
Yep.
Didn't tell me till he knew my wife was coming in town. Then acted all proud, and 3 months later he finally had a door and had it painted only because I was harassing him. And guess who got to spend 4 days of their vacation changing out a door?
Bubba.
No. With no help. Had to do it all myself.
Well,
So someone can, you know what? Sometimes your truck's there and they were like, we need it right now. But when I'm coming back in town, right? You know, I don't have time to fix what I broke.
you know, that's kind of the way it works sometimes.
Sometimes.
Talking about work
Sometimes.
done.
See, now Joe
You've
wants to
been-
talk about the
well,
store. I got more fun stuff. I'm just getting started.
I know.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, Joe's going to take over here because he wants to sell stuff. So I'm going to tell you, there's one thing you want to do and get a good deal on, say, barbecues or fireplaces. I'd say hot tubs, but I don't think they're coming in for a bit, are they?
Not for a bit.
Not for a bit. You get to djscompanies.com, djscompanies.com, and you can look at all the stuff. You can see it all in the background. We got fireplaces, we got standalones for the middle, and
all
then
kinds of stuff.
and then barbecues. Camp Chef, isn't that your thing, Don?
Yeah, it
Camp
could be.
Chef?
Camp Chef, it's camping.
There we go. Hold on. Now I'm going to show them the Camp Chefs. What do you mean it could be? I'm sitting here selling them big. You got to jump in too, buddy.
Yeah, no, the things that we need to talk about right now, it's too cold for Camp Chef.
I know, but
Motivation.
No,
Jay's
it should be, you know,
Jay just came
It's
back
too
from
windy.
Florida. Okay, so he's
I had a
he's still
chance to thaw out.
he's-
Okay,
he
it
thinks
took
he's
a
still
while.
down in Florida and it's summertime.
Yeah.
I had a
Let's
chance
get
to
back
thaw
to
out.
reality here. So let's talk about what people need to know about.
well, I think it's energy. I mean, you got to talk about energy when everything's going up. LP gas now is over $3 a gallon, so it's putting extra pressure on everybody.
Now this is hard to believe. A couple of days ago, I filled up for $2.99 a gallon, right? And then I thought, well, I guess I'll pay that $3.14 or $3.19 that it's been. Not anymore. $3.34 today.
3:30. Well, you're going to the wrong.
No, everywhere is $3.34 for unleaded.
Chances are, energy's going to keep going up.
See yourself on the picture,
And,
Joe.
Yes.
Get
It's
yourself
going to
in.
cost more to run your vehicle. It's going to cost more to run your house.
It already does.
And
Are
we're
you
not-
kidding me? It
we're-
costs more for onion powder at Menards.
Yes, I know, but I don't sell onion powder.
But the fact that a little thing of onion powder would have a 20% increase in just a few months tells you how bad everything else is.
Well, I'm trying to help solve the problems. Remember, we're the energy store, right?
Yep.
Can we find ways to beat the system? And I say the answer to that is yes. Geothermal, 400-500% efficient. You know, eventually, I mean, I believe anything that goes to 400-500% efficient is going to win the day.
Well, yeah, I got a comment, but I'd probably get us in trouble if I
Yeah,
said
well,
it.
well,
But yes, I agree.
And-
I mean, because like with wind turbines, 35% efficient's good. With solar panels, 90% efficient's good. You're talking hundreds of percents.
That's
That's
right.
geothermal.
But let's say you buy a geothermal and you want to put a solar panel in. In order to operate your solar panels, you can buy less of them because the geothermal is 400 to 500% efficient. So I'm starting right with the bare basics, meaning if you were heating with LP gas with the geothermal on regular power rate, you probably could cut your bill by 75% out on propane land with $3 a gallon. So you can cut your heating bill.
Propane? What
But-
are people heating with propane anymore for?
Well, a
Because-
lot of people, that's all they've got. I
Well,
talked
they
to
do
a guy
not.
yesterday.
No, that's all they're using. They have geothermal like he's talking about.
Right.
They
Right.
have solar. They have wind. They have other options, but what they're using
So,
is propane.
so turbine is the way to go to heat your home?
No, but you
Okay.
use wind and solar to power your geothermal, and you've got an energy-free house over the course of the year.
I see. So first of all, we gotta talk geothermal. I mean, that
That's
doesn't
what
happen
Don's
without
saying.
geothermal, right?
You you know what amazes me with geothermal? Is how out of 40-degree water you can heat a house. 40-degree water coming out of the ground, which by the way, here in Minnesota is really good. That's great to drink. But you can heat a house with that. Now I got a question for you. A lot of people might not know. How much water goes through a geothermal system in a year or in a month? Or
Every house is
I
different.
know they're all different, but there's got to be some kind of average. Is it hundreds of gallons, thousands of gallons, hundreds of thousands? What is it?
Well, it's every house is different.
Come on, Don.
I'm not going to make a commitment to anything, but
So is it 10 gallons?
well, they'll take 5 to 7 gallons a minute when it's running.
Okay, 5 to 7 gallons a minute when it's running.
And the big thing is, I'm either sending those gallons through the earth, through a closed loop system.
That's buried like a septic drain field.
Yeah, but at the cost of running the pump and running the fluids through is in the figures of 400 to 500% efficient. It's not over and above. That's in the figures.
Everything's included.
It's in the figures to come up with the magic.
So how do they get to 400%?
Because they didn't make the heat, they robbed the heat from the earth.
Ah.
So 75% of the energy comes right from the earth. The rest is from the equipment to run it and get it out. So if you have refrigerant that boils off at minus 50 below, and your earth temperature is about 50 degrees, there's a 100-degree difference. So what does it want to do? It wants to pull heat out of the dirt. Not 50 degrees, but BTUs, because the minus 50 below Freon is absorbing energy. Not 50 degrees, but absorbing heat and
Sure.
energy from the earth.
Sure. Now, hey, I got a 100-degree difference story for you.
What's that?
When I brought my lovely bride to the airport last time on her way to Florida,
Yep.
the temp in the truck, I know you don't believe my truck thermometer, but the temp in the truck was minus 27 below. No, minus 23. Minus 23 below. Okay, that's redundant. Minus 23 degrees. That's what I mean to say. I'm sorry. And when she landed, it was 77 degrees. So what does that make?
It makes it much warmer.
It makes a 100-degree swing in a matter of an airplane flight.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Woo! 100 degrees.
If you could have jumped out at 50,000 feet, it would probably been even colder.
It would not have been, yeah, it would have been colder than 27, and you wouldn't be able to breathe very good. You want to be going fast.
Well, you just hold your breath when you jump.
Look at where we are. So, as you were saying, the thing is so doggone efficient because you're just pulling energy out of the ground that it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, so the utility companies offer some special rates. Some utilities like Connexus will offer you like a 6-cent rate, and being at 400 or 500% efficient, you're going to be heating your house for about $0.015 a kilowatt. Now that's cheap.
Now you're saying they give that rate to you, but that's because you do the recharging at night, isn't it?
No, it's because they just shut you off when they're peaking.
Ah.
Yep, and we're gonna get everybody wrapped up in the cords
Yeah,
today.
Joe almost killed himself here.
Yeah, in fact,
He had a pretty good near wipeout. So.
yeah, if it wasn't for his belly, he would have hit hard.
If he didn't have that low center of gravity,
Yeah,
he would have been in trouble.
Yeah. I got that same problem though, that's why I'm still alive.
It makes you feel good to say that.
And I would guess there for a while, Don, people were thinking because the energy was so cheap. I mean, it really
It's
got
always
cheap.
been cheap.
Well, they think, well, why am I going to invest thousands into this geothermal? But the truth is that energy is going to continue to rise.
Well, the nice thing about the geothermal, Uncle Sam's willing to help pay 26% of it. There's a reason for that, because that's where we're headed. They're trying to get people steered in the right direction to save energy and to get more efficient.
So what's the typical cost? I know you're going to say depends.
It does depend.
Because that's like your natural reaction. You know, I would hate to be one of your kids. Dad, can I go out tonight? It depends.
Well,
Right?
it depends.
Dad, can I watch this? It depends.
It depends if you've been behaving or not.
It depends. Everything depends.
Yeah, well, you hate to make statements because
Well, you hate
there's so
to.
many different.
I get that, and I'm in
But
the
it
solar
co-
industry, and it's the same dang thing.
Yeah,
but come on, you gotta give people an idea what.
Well,
it's
what
gonna
I will
cost.
give you an idea is that LP gas is probably a 7-year payback. Natural gas is more like a 15-year payback, maybe more. But in 7 years, if you can pay for your heating system that lasts 25 years and it's paid for, a regular gas furnace never pays for itself. You can't pay for yourself unless you go over 100%, or you just got the same thing happening over and over again.
There are so few products in this world that have to justify themselves on payback time instead of common sense, even though they are common sense. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so in 7, 8 years, you could save some really big money, especially where energy's going to be going. If we hit $100 a barrel and we stay in that area, and energy gets a little crazier, and then when this virus really opens up and the economy really gets going, where are the energy costs going to go? Because they changed this gas thing, and this oil thing has changed.
Well, not only that, all them truckers in Canada are burning all the diesel heading to Ottawa.
Yeah, so there are definitely issues.
There are issues.
And just to give you an idea, I'm sure we're going to get wage inflation, and that's going to drive another level of this energy up.
Well, we're going to get inflation because of how much they've been printing.
Well, that's part of it, but that's why this wage inflation's coming, because the real inflation's coming.
So I finally convinced my son of something. It took me a number of years, but I think he understands it. That the whole reason that they don't care about inflation, even though they try to tell you it's not a big deal, is because that's how they pay off all these trillions of dollars they just spent.
Oh yeah, they want inflation. Don't kid yourself.
That's how you pay it off.
Because you got to pay. Years ago, things were bought with real dollars. Now they're going to pay them back with dollars, which is the only way they can pay them back.
Which is half the dollars.
Well, it might be penny dollars.
Penny dollars. Pfennig dollars.
When you got 30-some trillion in debt, and we don't see the true factors of the real debt. I mean, just what the COVID has cost, nobody even puts a figure in for that. So what do you think it is? Everybody's getting shots for free. Some of the shots don't even work. So how much sense does all that make?
I'm not sure.
So, and did everybody put a tally on what that cost?
No, there's no tally.
Where are they hiding those numbers?
They're kind of beyond that stuff.
We know, but it will show up.
Hey, I do want to remind people, because there's only so much time left, that we are DJ's energy saving store in Monticello, Minnesota. We do this show every Tuesday that we can get here at 3:30, and you know, we talk about different things. I like to come and bring a little livelihood, because I know when I'm gone, you guys just kind of go into the hardware around here. But you can see right behind me, we've got some stand-ups, fireplaces. They got regular fireplaces. I got my corner fireplace here, okay? And we got barbecues over here. And then, you know what, if you're a DIY guy like me, boom, parts right over there. You can give them a call. They'll help you out, and they'll help you figure out what you need as well. It's not just, you know, well, what's your part number and that's it. Right, Don?
Yep, that's exactly right. And then we also test water for hot tubs and swimming pools.
There you go.
Computerized
So
testing.
just bring in a little cup of water, you know, and they run it through their deal, and they figure out where your hot tub is. And I'm sure Don, no matter what I brought in, would tell me I'm screwed. But that's okay. He'd just be doing that for fun.
Yeah.
But what they do is they send you home with a program to correct your water, bring it back into compliance, and have it nice, clean, and healthy. Now, here's a question for you. How often, even though you're taking care of your water really well, should you change your water in a hot tub?
Well, I've had a brain surgeon tell me he never does.
Never.
Yep, and he showers before he goes in, and he showers when he comes out.
That's my big thing. Always shower before you go in a hot tub.
And I don't believe that never's an answer, but that's what he said.
But that's not what I asked.
But
What he said. I'm asking you.
I believe twice a year.
Twice a year?
And if you have a lot of parties, then it maybe after every party, depending on what you did.
Or if you got kids.
If you got more whiskey in the tub than you do water, right, or beer,
Yep.
yeah, maybe it's time to change.
Yep. There you go. So twice a year, maybe once at the worst.
Spring and fall.
There you go. Well,
Who wants to change in the winter? I don't.
same with how about the pool? Pool's good all year
Yeah, pool's good all year.
because you got to keep replacing the water
Well,
because it evaporates more.
You replace it, but it's such a big body of water, and you generally are adding. So usually, and then at the end of the season, you dump a bunch because you got to get it down so you can winterize it. And I think that's good.
That's good. There you go. So bring your little water sample up here to DJ's. You can test it out from your pool or hot tub. Might be a few people with indoor pools that need help this time of year.
Yep.
There might be. Because I tell you, if you had an outdoor pool, woo, it would be cold today with that wind. Wouldn't it?
It would have been cold. You know, I worked a home show this weekend, Saturday and Friday. People were coming in and they were asking about geothermal. There's a couple people building their retirement homes, and they already said they're going geothermal.
No, you told them to call me about the solar, right?
Oh yeah, I told them. Here's
Right?
Jay. Here's Jay. I got to call Jay.
I'm not so sure he did that, folks.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure, but you know, when the mic gets turned off, we'll do a little arm twisting and see what the truth
Oh
is.
yeah. There were solar guys at the show. I didn't see Jay down there, but DJ was there.
Yeah. At the show, I've been around. I've been busy.
So
Go ahead, finish.
no, people were coming into the booth. They had their big pole barn, and they're heating it with in floor, and they're using LP gas, and they're kind of shaking in their boots what that's
Oh
costing.
my goodness, you gotta be loaded for
And
that.
and these are pretty good sized buildings. So
Geothermal's perfect for
yeah,
that.
it'd be perfect. Low temperature geo works great.
Especially in floor heat.
Yeah, 75%. In most cases, that's what they could save on energy costs.
Holy crap, 75%.
So, and then they were bringing in their future retirement homes, and so they're becoming the DJs and get some numbers from them.
And Go Green Energy.
One guy wanted to hire me right there. I said, "Well, I can't do that. We got to get you numbers and everything else."
Yeah. You know what I usually say when that happens? How much cash you got? Right?
Well, this guy,
Let's get it from there to here and we'll get going.
well, and when all that happened so quick, you just sat back and let's slow it up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well, of course these are big purchases, and you want to make sure you're doing it right and doing it for the right reason. That's for sure.
And all the energy costs are going up. The equipment's going up. The gas is going up. The tax credits are there, so take advantage of those because they pay on the equipment and the labor.
Yeah. So hey, we got a quick minute to talk about the C note at the end.
Yes.
I got all kinds of information. It turns out I think I know more about the C note going on than everybody because I got so many different people telling me stuff and talking to me. Well, he has been served with papers, and there's a court date on Thursday for that. And for those of you that don't know, and it's all about the green of the radio, this is the Chris Craft, 58-foot Chris Craft, 1970 Roamer that's at the Spring Park Landing in Minnetonka that had to cut through the ice to get there. Okay, and one day to get it there, one day to get on the trailer, one day to get it out, and then a week later, a day to get it up to where it is. A bit of a tilted angle.
So now they're going to put him in court?
He's in court on Thursday, and I sent in documents last night and this morning, and I am an approved media member who's going to be watching it because it's a Zoom hearing. And I was not given permission to live stream it, which I really wanted, but I was given permission to wait and see until right before the hearing if they'll let me record it and play it later. So I might have that opportunity.
So more interesting facts
Now-
on Lake Minnetonka.
Now, the two complaints that were served him, one is an injunction saying he has to remove the boat, which is really interesting because that's all Paul's wanted to do is remove the boat. And he hasn't been able to get a permit no matter what. And part of the permitting, I know permits are quick to get, but not for situations like this. And the other complaint is a public nuisance civil complaint, not criminal, but civil. And I went through today on my YouTube channel for anyone who wants to see it. The first one, the injunction today, and tomorrow I'm going to go through the public nuisance. Now, what really got me about the county attorney being, because guess who's prosecuting this?
Whoa.
Mike Freeman, head Hennepin County attorney, the bigwig, the biggest guy of all, was prosecuting this. These two little things, right? So what got me about when I read through today was they said in the beginning and in the ending that the supports under it are buckling, and in the middle and the body they called them bent. Okay? And my analysis is that bent is a noun and buckling's a verb, and if they were truly buckling, the thing would be falling over, but since they're not, and the things are merely bent, they're just bent. So that was my analysis.
It'll be interesting.
Hard-hitting analysis right there, huh?
Yep.
But it is interesting. So I've been given permission as a member of the media to watch and document this and all that, which is going to kind of be fun. And then
Somebody just wants money.
no, it's not that. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you, and you can sit back and go, you know what, you're right. I'll do this quick because I know Joe's trying to get rid of me right now. It's a situation that's never occurred. The county and the cities and the states don't really have any ordinances to point to, and they know that there's a problem, but they don't know how to deal with the problem. So they're using a real vague ordinance, the public nuisance one, which is super vague, in order to try to accomplish their goal, and they don't have a lot to point to. So what they've done is fairly weak. I've been in enough lawsuits where I can see what they've done is weak, but they don't know what else to do.
And what we're gonna do is we'll find out more. about it.
Next week, except I won't even be here.
Well, you'll have to text us, let us know what's going on.
No, maybe I'll actually call in. I don't know.
There you go. That'll work.
Maybe I'll have to call in on Joe's phone or something.
Yeah.
Put it
call
up
on
by
my
the
phone
microphone.
And then I can control it.
Oh, no,
Call
no,
my
I'll
phone.
call on Don's phone. I'm gonna call on Don's phone next week. That's one thing Joe is about, is the control. So anyways, here we are, DJ's Energy Saving Store. We come here every Tuesday, 3:30. We'll see you next week on It's All About the Green.
Here we go, we turned you off, Jay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let you finish. I wanted to. Gotta have some fun, right, folks?
Now we'll see what happens next week.
I gotta go to a service call.
Where
Do
you
ya?
go?
Albertville.
Oh, Albertville.
What's the service call for?
Furnace, can't fix it.
Uh-oh. Well, can't fix it, or,
Well, right now we can't.
so you got someone out there?
Yeah.
So, see?
See if he found out.
See, you're still on YouTube here. So the brains just said, I gotta go help the
What'd you
guy do
find
the
out?
right thing. There we go, switch it around. Oh no, I don't wanna do that. I'll do that one. There we go, folks. Turbine guy here, thanks for coming to It's All About the Green. You can see all the
Put your
pool
meter on the
chemicals and
gas
stuff
valve.
and barbecues behind me, whatever. It's a fun place to come and hang out just because these are fun guys. We'll see ya, maybe not next week here. The next time I'm in town on Tuesday at 3:30, Turbine guy is gonna be here too. Turbine guy, signing off. Making so many videos.